A couple weeks ago, I said a new camera won't save your videos, yet here I am pre-ordering the Canon C50 on launch day. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why this camera is the camera I've been waiting for years now. So for me, I don't have a ton of clients and work to do with my cameras. I just mainly do this YouTube thing and some freelance gigs. So I don't need the biggest and best cameras. And so until this moment, the cinema lineup for Canon was always just outside my reach. Just price-wise, it was just a little too much money to spend on something that I'm going to be making YouTube videos with, as well as maybe a few clients here or there. So I have the Canon R5, but I also tested out the Sony a7S III, which was basically the FX3 in the, photography body. I ended up going with the R5. There's a couple reasons for that, and one of them was because I had EF lenses. It just made more sense to adapt those to a Canon body rather than a Sony body, as well as I just enjoyed the image out of the Canon camera more than I did the Sony. So that brings me to today. Why has this camera in particular caught my attention over all the other cameras in the past 5 years? And simply, the other cameras didn't fit all the different aspects of what I use a camera for. The R5 here is great at photography. It does a really good job at video, and I do a little bit of both. I have freelance clients that I do some things with, obviously make content on YouTube. So I need to be able to use both of those. But I also enjoy the more cinematic side of cameras, which obviously the R5 is missing. Now there was the R5C, but it's basically this camera with a couple different things like the fan and a couple different features that are included in the cinematic menu. It's a great camera, but it wasn't worth upgrading from my R5 or changing that all out and maybe losing money on it. So until this moment, I didn't have the capabilities that I needed all in one camera. So I'm sure you've been watching other videos and you've seen all the specs of the C50. Obviously, shooting 7K full frame and open gate is huge. I would love to eventually get some anamorphic lenses and maybe do some projects with those. I've always loved the anamorphic look. I've never bought an anamorphic lens because I couldn't shoot open gate. I know you can do that on, Lumix cameras. I just never had those and didn't really have access to those. So I did not buy any anamorphics. But now that I have open gate, that might be something that I do in the next year or so, is invest in some anamorphic lenses because I absolutely love the look of anamorphic. It does 4K 120 and 2K and 180. I'm not a huge slow-mo guy. I don't use slow motion a lot. Like even if I'm shooting B-roll, I usually keep it 60 or under. So that's not a huge deal for me, but it is awesome that it's there. It's oversampled and it has no crop. One of the other things that I'm really excited about is having dual base ISO. And so I've come from a couple different places where that's the case. And I love the fact that at 800 ISO, when you're shooting C-Log 2, you can jump up to 6400 ISO. And that's another base level of the ISO, which cleans up the image and allows you to shoot in much darker scenarios. And obviously the autofocus is great and the stills mode is there. It's really a true hybrid, whether or not the body actually looks like it. It has 32 megapixels and shoots 40 frames per second in photo mode. So it's really capable of being a hybrid, and I do shoot more video with my camera than I do photos. So it'll be nice to have a camera that leans that way instead of the R5 that I'm using now. Okay, so those are some good specs. And again, I didn't go over all the comprehensive specs. You can look on B&H or Canon's website or whatever to find those. I'm not going to go deep into that, but there are some things that I felt like were some really neat features that I want to have in my next camera. And I will start with the handle with dual XLRs. And I know you can get that with Sony. In fact, I use that every day with Sony, but I like that it's included in the overall price. And it's something that I'm not being able to use right now. This camera or this microphone is being ran into an external recorder, which works fine. And I can do it. And I can also run it into my computer as well. But I really enjoy being able to send my XLR audio through a full-size XLR into the camera itself and have one file. I have dealt with in the past when I'm recording on the computer where the sync gets a little out of order, and then in the edit it's a little bit of a pain to kind of get that all synced up nicely. Another thing that is pretty cool is the vertical shooting UI. So you can shoot in 16:9 as well as a vertical 16:9, all at the same time, recording to 2 separate cards. And this just gives you the option to be able to have social ready clips that are just, you can throw in the timeline, edit together, and then upload. And the neat thing is that it shows in the UI on the back of the camera, on the screen, it shows you both crop zones. So that's pretty awesome to have for someone who creates content online. All right, so what are the reasons that I have pre-ordered this on launch day? The biggest thing for me is that it gives me the features that I haven't had. I would love to shoot in C-Log 2. I'd like to have more dynamic range than the R5. I like being able to record XLR into the camera as well. And these things just make all my workflow a lot easier. This really feels like the one camera that will balance the cinematic need that I have, if you will, for my image and just the process I use, as well as the creator's needs. Now, I will say it won't make me a better storyteller or it won't make me have better videos. Like I said just a few weeks ago, a new camera won't make your videos better. You have to be able to have the right story and the right ideas up front and use any camera and any gear you can. But I'm super excited to use this. I've been looking for a small form factor cinema camera for a long time, and I feel like this will be perfect for what I do. So I'm gonna have a full hands-on review and test footage once I get my pre-order in hand. And Canon's saying the ones that are pre-ordered right now will probably be shipped out sometime in November. So I've got a few months here to wait for it to get here. But if you want to watch that video when it does come out from a real world perspective, from someone who is not doing huge shoots and commercial shoots, but someone who is using this to create content, then hit subscribe and see that video when it comes out here in a couple months. And if you want feedback on your own videos, I host Creator Lab, which is an online community through school where it's just a place for creators like us to get better at video and challenge each other to grow. So if that's something you're interested in, click the link in the description below. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited about this camera as much as I am. If you are, leave a comment below. Let me know if you're planning on pre-ordering it or if there's some certain settings or features that you would like to see in a camera that this doesn't have, or just any camera that you want to talk about. Drop those in the comments below. I'd love to read them and comment back to you and have a conversation. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like and share this video if you would. It helps the channel out a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video.